That guy, put that picture back up. Does that look like a guy that could play in Philly?
No. Mm-mm.
This guy, I don't know what this means, but this guy's more built for San Francisco than he is.
Was it? You see, I didn't say that.
Welcome back to the middle. Barrett, Brooks, and Sileo. So Jameis Winston maybe to the Browns. Dude, what an absolute slap in the face for Baker Mayfield, and I love it. I do. I love it. I love it. Grow up, kid.
He is. They're like, what are they gonna do? Go out and apologize to him now? He's gonna go to, he's gonna go in the corner and cry a little bit before, he comes back.
I like Jameis Winston, actually. I think Jameis Winston got humbled.
Yeah, he did. He approaches things the right way now. He was a little bit immature, and what really, pisses most guys, is like GMs off and head coaches off that work with him. They see the productivity this kid can have. But, same thing can make you laugh, make you cry. Okay, he threw 30 touchdowns, but he also threw 30 interceptions. And, oh, by the way, he had 5,000 yards that he threw for during that time period.
Hey, but by the way, Barrett, guy throws for 30 touchdowns and a guy throws for 5,000 yards. I'm going to go like this. Hey, I can work with that. And you know what? We'll work on him not turning the ball over.
Right.
There's something there to work with. And the number one thing you got to start with the kid, freaking grow up.
Yep.
Okay? This is a maturity issue with you. It was that way when you were at Florida State. It's this way when you're in the pros. You know what's stopping you? You. Don't let you be your worst enemy. Trust a guy like me, who I was. Don't let you be. I'd rather have Barrett run me over than me run myself over.
Right.
And Jameis Winston is running himself, or he did run himself over. Let me ask you a fair question with this. As a talent skill set guy, isn't Jameis Winston better than Jalen Hurts?
As a drop back quarterback? Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. As far as, for a passing offense, be one of the best quarterbacks in the league if you can have him calm down and play more mature. Sometimes I think it's almost like he overrates his arm.
He was 5-2 before he got hurt last year with Peyton.
Yeah, I mean, he
had a higher quarterback rating than Brady.
He is good, man. He has the arm. He has all the intangibles to be a great drop back quarterback. And he's probably slow as pond water. You get him outside the pocket. But you put him in an offense like Philly, it could work with it because you have a run game in which you can rely on the running backs. But then you have an arm to push the ball down the field. It doesn't help that the Philly offense with Jalen was went last as far as offensive production in the air. And there's the problem, especially with an owner that thinks that, he wants the next Tom Brady. And that's another reason why I think they are right there in the mix, right there in the forefront of this negotiation with Watson. And, Watson holds some power with that no trade clause. He does hold some power. But I mean, why wouldn't he want to come here? They can go get the wide receivers that he wants in free agency.
Dude, and we're in the draft. I mean,
right.
Get him in the second and third round. Let me say, so like, are we also to believe that the Giants have to have a conversation? I mean, the Giants don't like Daniel. I don't care what you're telling me. I mean, there's no way you like that dude in New York. They got 2-1s also, and they got them in the top 10. Surely that they're another franchise that's also – the Giants don't like to do things out in the front like that too, and they don't like putting their zipper down and letting everybody see it. Yep. They like to do business like that too. The Myers and the Tisches are notorious for doing stuff like that. They're also notorious for not making these gigantic moves. They like to act like the Steelers a little bit. That's why the Steelers are never going to be. Now, could that be one of the outlier teams? I don't know. Mike Tomlin could maybe have a say in this thing here, but – the Steelers are notorious for not signing free agents.
Yep.
They Barrett, really, outside of Jerome Bettis in the last 35 years, Who have they really signed that was like an all-pro dude in that franchise? I mean, they went to a Super Bowl with Neil O'Donnell.
You're right, man. You're right. I mean, they don't make a big splash in free agency. I think what was the highest free agent signing that they've had?
In the last 30, 40 years, it's got to be Bettis.
Yeah, I mean that's just about it. They made a major. Everybody else has been draft picks that came up through the ranks that they use.
I mean, do you ever remember a dude going, "Hey, I'm going to Pittsburgh and get a bucket of money"? That's not how that works there. They like investing in their players and in their draft, and they want Steeler guys to get to that second deal. They want you on that second deal. They're looking for that. They're looking. You know what? I tell you, that's been their secret sauce in Pittsburgh too, Barrett, is the fact that they believe in player development.
Yep.
And they stick to it. You see, then you got guys like Howie who look at Jalen Reagor and go, okay, well, Jalen Reagor, he sucks, but I'm going to keep him on the team. The Steelers are going to cut loose of that dude, man. They're going to cut their ties with that guy and go, he ain't cutting it. They're just going to let him walk. They're not going to do that. But look at what Pittsburgh does too. Look at all these wide receivers that they've drafted, like Antonio Brown in latter rounds or Hines Ward. Hines Ward, I think, was at Georgia a quarterback.
Yeah, he's a
then
quarterback.
They converted him to a wideout. I mean,
look, he was a dual purpose guy. He was a wildcat guy that he did that. And reason why he was a great player at Georgia. The reason he dropped was he has no ACLs. His body got used to playing without ACLs. So
hey, Frank, see, this is misinformation here, Frank.
Yeah, Frank. I mean, you don't
show me where that quote from him.
Show it. Yeah, tell me so I can see this, concretely.
And Xander will post it if you can go. Deshaun Watson quote, "I'm not playing in Philly." That is not true that he said that. He never said that, and his agent has never said that. I get guys on the show all the time that go, yeah, well, he's not playing in Philly. Did you talk to him? I talk to people that are close. No. I want to hear from the horse's mouth. Now I have no interest in playing there. By the way, Russell Wilson had no problems telling certain teams, I'm not playing there. He had no problem with it, right?
And told him the teams he would go play for.
Yeah.
Gave him a list.
So that's not true, man. I don't know how that well, I do know how that got circulated around. Because again, it's just like the misinformation that we talk about all the time. And we always get, well, again, the reason that Adam Shifty, and I call him Adam Shifty, Adam Shifty got caught with his hand in the cookie jar too. Giving stories to Bruce Allen and asking Bruce Allen if he needs to edit anything out of it. No, the story looks good. That's journalism today at its finest. That's like the dumbasses on Fox News or CNN going like this to all their sources at the State Department. Hey, do I need to edit this? Thanks a lot. You're my leak? Oh, no, I'm the leak. Okay. Holy cow, the news, I don't know what to believe anymore. My head spins when I watch that stupid shit. There, I got that off my chest.
I'm still waiting for. I'm still waiting for where he said he wasn't coming.
Yeah, show me, man. Just show me one quote from him. Hey, I can write a gossip column. Hey, watch this. I'll do one better for you. Okay. Hey, man. I heard Donovan McNabb, dude, wants to try to make a comeback. He told me. Or no, he didn't tell me, but a boy of mine told me that he's working out, and he's contacted the Eagles. He says he'd like to help out Jalen. Watch, I could sell this thing. Watch this, Barrett. It's a complete lie too, by the way. Don't take what I said because it's a lie. Hey, man, yeah, I can help Jalen because I've been really known to be a guy that can help quarterback.
No, hey, Stream. I just heard from a reliable source that Sileo said that his boy who was working out with this guy they were drinking at a bar earlier said that 5 wants to come back.
Yep. There's your story. There's your story. Hey, I also heard that Howie was talking with Frank Reich, and they may make a change at coach. I actually believe that, though. I think if Frank ever got fired, I think he'd be your next head football coach in Philadelphia. I think the relationship that they have and that front office, I think that's how Carson Wentz got to Indianapolis, and I think that's how Nick Sirianni got to Philadelphia, was through Frank Reich.
I wouldn't think Frank would want to come here. Just like Andy. Andy could probably walk through the door right now. If Andy said, "Look, I'll come back and I want you to fire everybody but Howie Roseman," they would do it.
Do they have a good relationship?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Huh.
Oh yeah. They have a great relationship. Great relationship.
M85, yes, I did do radio in San Diego. I was on the Mighty 1090, and I destroyed everyone. I had that little tagline. The other station, I sucked, though. I won't lie. I didn't get any ratings because the place stunk. It was just terrible. Anyway, Barrett, where is he? Hey, by the way, Aikman and Buck to Monday Night Football. What do you make of it?
I think that's what they needed, man. I think that's what Monday Night Football needed. It'll get back to prominence now. Stop playing around.
I look at Buck and Aikman, and they're probably. Do you like Nance and Romo?
Yeah, I mean, I don't dislike him. I do like Romo because I can kind of see what Romo is seeing before it happens. So I see that type of thing. So I like that. But would they be good on Monday Night Football? I don't think they'll be good. They'll be better than Buck and what's his name? I think that Aikman. I think that'll be a better.
Any interest in Cole Beasley? He was cut by the Bills.
For what? Oh, I'm sorry.
To bring me a sandwich.
No. Cole Beasley, no. I don't have any. Because we wouldn't use him the way he needs to be used. We won't, he's one of those guys that intermediate route runner.
Say something screwed up.
What's that?
Dude, white guy in Philly, man.
Well, you think Amendola started out, man?
Hey, I'm sorry. That's a try. By the way, you want to accuse me on that one? Okay, you got me. Man, white guy in Philly, man. That's so wrong, dude. I'm so sorry, man. You wonder why I was in the principal's office a lot of times in radio. Dan, white guy in Philly. I don't know. Hey. Hey, anything for like Arbitron, bro.
Bro, I can't see Howie Roseman being as quiet as he is right now, not doing anything else in free agency, and they're one of the few teams that have enough cap room to go out there and make some moves, not be right there on the forefront on trying to get Watson. There's no way that he's not. No way. It's legitly almost too quiet for me to think anything other than that.
I hate people who are quiet.
Well, that's what it is.
Hey, I hate people that are quiet. And Doug, shut the hell up. I'm kidding you, jackwagon.
Who's that?
Hey, Sills, now you know why they think you're a racist. Why? Because I made a joke? Oh, that's right. I forgot. We're now in the land of we can't have fun any longer. I forgot about that. I apologize. You're right. You're right. We can't have fun anymore at each other's expense. Because, Sills, you like noise. I do.
But
because you know why? Hey, Barrett, I don't like people whispering, and I don't like people that stand in corners because then I think you're shady.
Right.
Okay? I like to know where you stand. I like to see you. I don't want people standing in the dark and whispering. I don't like whispers. Hey, what? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Look at Chris E. Newsflash. McNabb is coming back. I heard it from Brooks.
Hey, let's start that rumor, man. He'll be on Angelo every day this week. The We'd be on with Angelo. Hey, Angelo would be like, "Did you say McNabb's coming back?" Yeah, you know what? He's a player coach. They want to bring his ass back as a player coach. Oh man. They banned dodgeball in school. Man, I love dodgeball. I used to hit the chicks right in the face.
No, one of my boys, man, got suspended for a day for that, man.
Oh, I did too.
He did. Look, he did it on purpose though. Like he looked her in the eye, looked straight in her in the eye, and he's like 10 feet away from her.
Hey,
looked her straight in the eye and just welded it. Wow.
You don't want to date me? Man, I could whip that bitch, man. Oh man, I was a great baseball player, man. Played in the Cape Cod League, everything when I was in high school. Yeah, man, I could play some ball. Went to show me baseball camps, man. Bobby Valentine was recruiting me to be a prospect for the Mets.
What?
Oh yeah, man. I went to show me camps. I went to Duffy Bass's camp in Illinois State. Rawlings and Worth baseball bats were sponsoring me, sending me everywhere. Oh my God, man. I was going to play in Alaska. My grandfather goes, "You think there's Italians in Alaska?" And I go like this. Well, Grandpa, I don't know. He goes, "You really want to go there?" And I go like this. There's no Italians, man. There's no black folks. There's no Italian folks. Remember that. And I'm going, well, I'm not going then.
Bro, the stream is wild, man. McNabb is coming back as a nose
breaking
tackle.
News. Watson has interest from a new team. No source, trust me. Basically, all report. Brooks reporting 5 is coming back. Let's get it going, man. Hashtag 5's back. No, hashtag Barrett 5's back.
Oh, I can see it now. I can see it now.
Oh, I could see this on the internet. Shit, I'm gonna tweet that out in the break, man. I'm gonna put that. Hey, Barrett says 5's back. Holy cow! Hey, we could start shit too here. Baker Mayfield to the Eagles.
Bro, don't even start that. I keep telling you, man. Stop.
Barrett's gonna leave. Bro. He's gonna leave the show if I say that again.
Right. I'm done. I'm
Here
done.
it is. Brooks, bring back 5. Yeah, man. Look at that hashtag.
I still like it though, man. I like that.
I got 5 on it. Oh yeah, that's good.
Sills.
Oh my God, man.
Sills is good that they're quiet, man. Because they're not making me say yes and they're not making me say no, man. So I like that they're quiet right now.
Don't say anything. Man. I hate it.
I don't care what.
That's MO though, right?
Yes, it is. I'm telling you, man. That's what they've been doing.
There he is, baby. Somebody sent this to Xander. He even looks like a kicker.
Right.
In that gear. I'd like to smack him in the face.
Why, man?
Why? One of those faces you want to smack. That guy. Put that picture back up. Does that look like a guy that could play in Philly?
No. Mm-mm.
I don't know what this means, but this guy's more built for San Francisco than he is.
Was it? You see, I didn't say that.
I don't know why I said that. I have no idea. California, they're so wormy in California sometimes, man. He's a perfect worm. They like worms, like Gavin Newsom, the governor. They just like worms.
Look. JL Elliott's older brother. Was supposed Jake Elliott's older brother. His name was JL instead of Jake.
Oh, man. Hey, that escalated quickly. Thank you very much. Great movie reference, too, by the way. That escalated quickly. Yes, it did. Jalen Hurts. Dude, this guy's got – who else? Let me see. We're bringing Javon Curse back. They need an edge rusher. They're going to bring Curse back. They're going to bring his – oh, no, I got a new one for you. Here's one. How he wants to bring in Jadeveon Clowney. Is that too much of a troll? Is that too much of a troll comment?
The fan base might fight him for real. So, I mean, I doubt that, he would want to come here. But they might fight him. Ever since the hit on Wentz,
I thought you hated Wentz. Oh, that's right. I forgot.
That was before we hated him. That was before we hated Wentz. That was before then.
Randall Cunningham's coming back. I like that. Hashtag I got 5 on it. I don't know, man. I'm thinking I'm digging that one, man. That's a Barrett Brooks special right there, man. I got 5 on it, man. Currently, they're constructed the way the Eagles. Let's play a game. Currently, the way the Eagles are constructed, how many wins you looking at here?
Right now. Right now, they kept everybody on the roster that's on the roster right now.
Harder schedule.
Harder schedule. I still think there's right around nine wins. Maybe even 10 wins.
Oof.
9-10 wins.
9-10. Okay.
Yeah. And the reason why, I mean, they're going to run the same offense, but it'll be a year more. Jalen being under center, now understanding, the things he didn't do last year, like in the playoff game, and recognizing that the corners were playing too far off and he can get the ball. He can get those type of passes out, taking advantage of those type of hidden yardages. I mean, I think that he would be a better quarterback. He could see that type of stuff now. He's been through it before. I think he'll take this team to at least 9 wins, 10 wins.
Okay, here's how I would defend him and take his strength away. I would never let that guy get out in the perimeter. I'd set the edges better. You take the edges away from him, can he win back there in the pocket? You know what made Lamar Jackson a special player? He may be, Barrett, one of the greatest open field running backs in the game. He is elusive. He's big. Now it's taken its toll on him the last 2 years. Actually, 2.5 years. It's taken its toll on him since that MVP season. But he is elusive, dude. He is a brilliant open field runner, man. I mean, remember that guy, Chris Johnson?
Yep.
That was on the Titans?
Yep.
He reminds me, when he gets in open space, he's gone to the barn, man.
But that's 4-2.
He's gone.
Yeah, Chris Johnson is 4-2.
Well, dude, this guy's 4-4.
Right. Well, look at Hurts. And yes, Frank, I see that. I know he's a shorter quarterback. But what can differentiate last year's wins to this year's wins? Yes, they're going to probably mush rush. We call mush rush when a team just, they don't turn the arc on the outside. The ends turn the arc on the outside, create those rushing lanes when they're rushing the passer. Instead, they come up the field 5 yards, and then they try to press the pocket inward instead of trying to run around the hoop and, slap the ball down, like most pass rushers do. That is a good way of defending him, but you can't do that because in order to do that, you have to play out in the wide nines, and you play out in the wide nines, they're just going to run the ball. They're going to hand it off, and, I mean, that's going to be, 8 yards a pop, and who needs to throw the ball when you can get 8 yards a pop?
But I don't think – and the only thing that saved him, I thought, was the O-line's ability to run the ball.
Right.
Because I'm going to tell you, Barrett, that guy's not going to put a 14-play drive together and beat you on a sequence of series. He's just not. He may have one of those. He may have one of those, but how many series do you usually get in a game? 10?
Well, Dan, that's where I don't agree with you with this. Those are the type of drives that he can beat you with, as opposed to throwing the ball down the field and getting chunk yardage. He's not going to do it that way. He's not going to throw the ball down the field and do it that way. But he will nickel and dime the defense going down the field because he can run the ball, number one, and he can short pass, number two. So that's actually the ideal way for him to keep the ball in his hands and move the offense, because he's not going to get those chunk yard, 30-yard passes down the field, 60-yard passes down the field. He's going to take it and nickel and dime the team. So I think that's one of the intangibles that he does has, his ability to go out there and have controlled drives, because he understands that he has to run the ball and mix up the pass in it.
And he's got the O-line to do that.
Right. But it can't. Now, if he gets in a game with a shootout, there lies the problem. When you get against a team that can score a lot of points and a lot of points fast, it's going to be harder for them to win those type of games. When you have a big-time offense, like if you're going against an offense like maybe the Rams or maybe
the Bucs.
Arizona, the Bucs, They can score chunk yardage with their quarterback, get the ball down the field. Teams like the Bengals and Buffalo. Those are harder teams to defend because they're not going to have those guys that can go down and score at the drop of a dime, go down and score anytime. Can run those offenses that can get those big chunk plays. It's harder to defend those type of teams also from our defensive standpoint because, those big chunk yardage, it's going to be hard to run on the Eagles, but it's easy to nickel and dime them with these 8-yard passes like Brady did.
I just don't see him improving reading defenses. I saw what Todd Bowles did to him in the playoff game, Barrett. They shut him down. He couldn't find single coverage. And by the way, when people go like this, Jalen's had 4 coordinators and 4 head coaches. Well, Saban, Lincoln Riley, Nick Sirianni, Doug Peterson. That's not a bunch of scrub coaches.
Right.
We're not talking scrub coaches here. Those are some of there's Super Bowl winning coaches in there. There's national champion coaches. There's a guy who's now the head coach at USC. We're not talking about guys who don't know what they're doing here. We're talking about the elite of the elite. He's been coached by some of the best people in the industry on both college and pro level. And his ability to see open space. And by the way, you know why I think he was a better college player? Because you and I know this. They tell you where to throw the ball.
Yep.
I still think his pre-snap reads and his pre-snap keys, he struggles with. Like you and I know this. When Brady comes to the line of scrimmage and there's a play that's called in the huddle, that dude already knows where he's going with it. And get this, if you have a defense that's lined up in a position where he wants to go to ball, because you say something that was so brilliant. Aaron Rodgers, he throws to his receiver. Brady throws the spots.
Yep.
Brady's by the way, 99% of the quarterbacks. That's why precision routes are important in the league, because you're throwing the spots. You got to get the ball out on time. You can't be sitting back there 4 seconds. You're going to get your quarterback killed. I don't care what kind of O-line you have. So when Jalen goes back, Brady will go like this. He'll come to the line of scrimmage. He'll see the free safety or strong safety over on the hash where he wants to go in the slot. Gronk can get him a block and release, or he wants to get his Y coming across the middle on a slant. What Brady will do, he'll drop back and he'll look this way and float this way. It automatically floats the defense over. You're creating a passing lane, and then you turn back and you go back to the guy that you want to throw to, and he throws to that spot. Brady moves the defense with his head. He moves them just one step here, one step here. We're trained to do this. When they go back and you're watching Tom Brady, you see you're automatically, because the defense slides, he's creating passing lanes. Roethlisberger was spectacular at creating passing lanes for his wide receivers. You think Jalen has that ability to be able to do that right now as a quarterback?
No, but that's something that's something that Ben learned throughout his time as a quarterback. Big Ben.
He had Bruce Arians.
Right. And what made Big Ben a good quarterback early is his ability to be able to hold the ball a long time. And if somebody got beat, he was strong enough to still throw with somebody draped over him. And guys would eventually get open. Because if you look at that early in his career, he had all small receivers that would get lost. In the defense. And he was a big guy, so he could see over the offensive line. And he understood where the ball was supposed to go, but he couldn't see them. And eventually he became good at just, even, when somebody's draped over, he knew where the ball was supposed to go and he'd get it to him. That's not something that he started out doing, being able to manipulate the defense. He was just so big that they just couldn't tackle him. He would get the ball out. So, everybody's progressive. Everybody can learn to do that. Carson will never be able to do that. I don't think he can manipulate defense. If you're not open, the ball is not coming to you.
He's holding here. Wentz's issues to me, it's just he's too tunnel vision on one, like on the play. He's so mechanical
Yep.
in how he plays that when he goes back, and by the way, stop freaking patting the ball. Stop doing that, man, because what you're doing is you're tipping off everybody on what you're doing and where you're going. He's patting the ball, man. Stop patting it, man. Get back there. And again, move your head, use your head, slide your feet. His problem was, again, holding onto the ball. And for whatever reason, dude, he's a turnover machine. This guy's like a windmill.
He doesn't make good decisions.
If I'm pass rushing him, Barrett, I'm not trying to sack him. I'm slapping his hand because this guy will put the ball on the ground, man, because he's not very good at protecting the football.
Let's take a break, man, because
I got a team that's out now.
I hate Wentz.
What?
I hate talking about Wentz, man. He hurt my feelings, bro. He hurt my feelings, man. He hurt my feelings, man. He just didn't grow to be the guy that I thought he was going to be.
Too weak?
Yes, weak-minded.
Man, that's crushing.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
I'll explain why, but it.
All right, yeah, hang on to that. Another team looks like they have dropped out too of the Watson sweepstakes too. So we'll hit all on that. Please hit the like button. Back at 3 here on the middle. Keep it here.